I sit at the head table watching my husband Marcus stand up with his wine glass raised. 30 guests watch him, crystal glasses catching the candlelight. I paid $8,000 for this luxury birthday dinner. Every detail is perfect. The private dining room at the city's most exclusive steakhouse, the aged wine, the custom menu. Marcus's arm slides around the woman next to him. Not me, Stephanie. His work wife, he calls her. My hands grip the linen napkin in my lap as he begins to speak. He calls her his rock, his biggest support, the person who truly understands him. The applause that follows Marcus's toast to Stephanie feels like ocean waves crashing over my head. Some guests clap enthusiastically. Others shift uncomfortably in their seats, glancing between Marcus, Stephanie, and me. A few people laugh nervously. I remain frozen in my chair, my face burning hot despite the restaurant's cool air conditioning. Marcus turns to me with the brightest smile I have seen on his face in months. He reaches under the table and pulls out a glossy gift bag with silver tissue paper bursting from the top. My heart lifts for just a second. Maybe this is the moment he acknowledges me. Maybe the toast to Stephanie was some kind of joke I am not understanding yet. And for my dear wife, Marcus announces with exaggerated cheer that makes my stomach tighten. His voice carries across the entire room. Everyone watches as he hands me the bag. My fingers shake slightly as I pull aside the tissue paper. Inside is fabric, white fabric. I lift it out and unfold it in front of everyone. A t-shirt. Bold black letters across the chest read "Divorced and Free." The room goes completely silent for exactly 3 seconds. Then someone giggles. Then someone else laughs. Then the whole room erupts in laughter. Some people seem to think it is a hilarious joke. Others look absolutely horrified, their mouths forming small O shapes. My best friend Taylor, sitting just 2 seats away from me, gasps so loudly I hear it over the laughter. Her hand flies to her mouth. Our eyes meet, and I see fury blazing in hers. I look back at the shirt in my hands. The fabric feels cheap. The letters are slightly crooked. This is not some expensive gag gift. This feels cruel. "Babe, come on. It is funny," Marcus says, still grinning. Several of his co-workers laugh harder. One man slaps the table. Then Stephanie leans over. Her perfume, something floral and expensive that I do not recognize, wafts toward me. She presses her lips against Marcus's cheek. A long, deliberate kiss. Her hand lingers on his shoulder. She whispers something in his ear that I cannot hear. He grins wider and squeezes her hand on the table. I watch this happen in slow motion. Every detail burns into my brain. The way her lipstick leaves a faint mark on his skin. The way his thumb strokes the back of her hand. The way neither of them looks at me. My mind races backward through the past 6 months. I was the one who suggested this birthday dinner. Marcus seemed hesitant at first, saying it was too expensive, too much fuss. Then, suddenly, he was enthusiastic. So enthusiastic. He wanted a big guest list. He wanted the private room. He wanted the expensive wine pairings. And I paid for all of it. The venue deposit, the per-person charge of $267. The wine, the custom birthday cake waiting in the kitchen, the silk flower centerpieces, even Stephanie's meal. I paid to watch my husband toast another woman and hand me a shirt announcing my divorce. Something inside me breaks. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a clean snap, like a bone breaking. I stand up without saying a word. My chair scrapes against the hardwood floor. I grab my purse from the back of my chair. "Babe, it is just a joke," Marcus calls after me. His voice has an edge now. Annoyance. "Come on, do not be so sensitive." I do not look at him. I do not look at anyone. I walk through the dining room with my head high. My heels click against the floor. I push through the heavy wooden doors into the restaurant's main area. The hostess looks startled as I sweep past her. "Ma'am, is everything all right?" she asks. I do not answer. I cannot trust my voice yet. The valet brings my car quickly. I tip him $20 and slide into the driver's seat. My hands shake so badly, I can barely grip the steering wheel. I drive 3 blocks to a small park and pull into an empty parking spot under a streetlight. Then my phone starts buzzing. First one call from Marcus. I let it ring, then another, then 10 calls, 20 calls, 50 calls. Text messages flood in faster than I can read them. Marcus, where are you? Marcus, everyone is asking about you. Marcus, you are embarrassing me. Marcus, this is my birthday. Then calls start coming from numbers I do not recognize. People at the party calling me, probably at Marcus's request. The phone buzzes continuously in my hand like an angry hornet. I watch the missed call counter climb. 60 calls, 70 calls, 80 calls. Then my mother's number appears. Once, twice, 3 times. Carol never calls me this late unless something is wrong. I play her voicemail with trembling fingers. Her voice sounds wrong, scared. Ann, honey, I need you to call me right now. Something is very wrong. Please. My phone screen shows 87 missed calls total, but all I can focus on is my mother's voice, the fear in it. Why is my mother calling me right now? How does this connect to the disaster at the restaurant? My stomach drops, like I have just driven over a steep hill too fast. Something bigger is happening, something I do not understand yet. I call my mother back immediately. She answers on the first ring. Anne, where are you? Are you safe? Her voice trembles. I am in my car, Mom. What is wrong? My own voice sounds strange, high-pitched, and tight. Do not go home tonight. Come to my house, right now. Mom, what happened? Just come. Please. You need to see this. The drive to my mother's house takes 20 minutes but feels like hours. My phone continues buzzing the entire time. I silence it and focus on the road. The streets blur past. My brain cannot process what is happening. Why would my mother tell me not to go home? When I pull into her driveway, Carol is waiting at the front door. She looks pale under the porch light. She is still in her work clothes, a navy blue pantsuit. She must have just gotten home before calling me. Come inside quickly, she says, pulling me through the door. Her kitchen table has a gift box on it, an expensive-looking box wrapped in silver paper with an elaborate bow. The paper has been torn open. This arrived by courier an hour ago, Carol explains. Her hands shake as she points at it. From Marcus. The card said it was an early Christmas gift for me. From Marcus, I repeat stupidly. Christmas is still 2 months away. Look inside, Anne. I approach the box slowly. Inside the torn silver wrapping is a plain brown box. Inside that box are papers, legal documents. My hands go numb as I lift the first set of papers. Divorce papers, already filled out with my information, with my signature at the bottom. Except I never signed these papers. I never even saw them before. The next document makes my blood run cold. A restraining order application against me. Not filed yet, but complete. It claims I have been violent and unstable, that I have threatened Marcus, that I need to be kept away from him for his safety. There are photographs, copies of my signature on various documents from the past year, bank statements, credit card bills, my passport, my birth certificate, all photocopied. And a small USB drive. We need to watch this, Carol says quietly. She already has her laptop open on the table. We plug in the USB drive. My mother and I sit side by side as the video file opens. The footage is from inside my house, my living room, my bedroom, my home office, hidden cameras, cameras I never knew existed. The first clip shows Marcus and Stephanie in my living room. They are kissing. But that is not what makes me gasp. What makes me gasp is what they are doing after they stop kissing. They are going through my desk, methodically, carefully. Stephanie photographs my documents with her phone, my tax returns, my business contracts, my partnership agreement with Jenna, my inheritance paperwork from when my grandmother passed away. The next clip is audio, their voices coming through clearly. Marcus. Once we get her declared incompetent, I will have full control of everything. Stephanie, the business is worth at least $2 million, plus her inheritance from her grandmother. That is another $800,000. Marcus. The birthday dinner is perfect. We will make her look unstable in front of everyone. Then file the papers. Stephanie, everyone will think she is having a breakdown, walking out of her own party. Very unbalanced behavior. They laugh. Actually laugh. I feel sick. My mother's hand grips mine so tightly it hurts. Anne Carroll whispers, "Who sent this to me?" I look at the return address on the box. It says, "From your loving daughter." Someone is trying to warn me. But who? Who knows what Marcus is planning and decided to help me? My brain struggles to process everything. Marcus was not just having an affair with Stephanie. They have been planning to steal everything from me. My business, my inheritance, my assets. They have been documenting my signature to forge documents. They installed cameras in my home to spy on me. Tonight at the dinner was not random cruelty. It was strategic. They wanted me to walk out. They wanted me to look unstable in front of witnesses. Oh God, I breathe. Mom, I walked out exactly like they wanted me to. A knock at the door makes us both jump. Carol looks through the peephole and relaxes slightly. It is Taylor. My best friend rushes in the moment the door opens. She is still in her cocktail dress from the dinner. Her makeup is smudged from crying. Anne, I left right after you did. I could not stay there. She hugs me hard. Then she pulls back and reaches into her purse. I grabbed Marcus's coat from the check room. I found this in his pocket. She holds up a prescription bottle. The label has my name on it. Anne Richardson. Sedatives. A medication I have never taken, never been prescribed. He has been drugging you, has not he? Taylor asks gently. Images flash through my mind. The past 6 months, my exhaustion, my memory gaps. Times I could not remember conversations we supposedly had, feeling foggy and confused. Marcus always making me coffee in the morning. Marcus insisting I drink the smoothies he made me. I thought I was just stressed from work, I whisper. But I know Taylor is right. My phone rings. A number I recognize. Jenna, my business partner. I answer with shaking hands. Anne, I just got papers delivered by courier. They say you are selling your half of the company to Marcus. What is going on? The room spins. I am not selling anything, Jenna. Well, I have your signature right here. The documents are notarized. The sale finalizes Monday morning at 9. What day is it now? I ask stupidly. Friday night. Almost 11. I have less than 3 days. Monday morning. 60 hours from now. Jenna, I did not sign anything. My signature was forged. There is a long pause. Anne, are you sure? Because this could be really serious if true, but if you are confused. I am not confused, I snap. Then I force my voice to calm. Someone is stealing my business, Jenna, and I need your help to stop them. After I hang up, the 3 of us sit in Carol's kitchen in silence. The evidence is spread across the table. The forged documents, the USB drive with its damning video, the prescription bottle with my name on medication I never took. We go to the police, Carol says firmly. Right now. And tell them what I ask. My voice sounds hollow. That my husband gave me a mean shirt, that he is having an affair. Neither of those are crimes, Mom. The forged signatures are crimes. The hidden cameras, the drugging. But can we prove any of it in time? The business sale happens Monday morning. Taylor stands up. Then we have to work fast. We have this weekend. And Anne, you are not alone in this. We are going to fight. I look at my mother and my best friend, two women who love me, who believe me. For the first time since I saw that shirt, I feel something other than shock and pain. I feel the first spark of anger. Saturday morning arrives too quickly. I barely slept on Carol's couch. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Marcus's face as he toasted Stephanie, heard the laughter when he gave me that shirt. But I am done crying. Now I am planning. Patricia Chen is the best family lawyer in the city. She agrees to meet me on Saturday morning at her office. I bring everything: the forged documents, the USB drive, the prescription bottle. Carol and Taylor come with me for support. Patricia is a small woman in her 50s, with sharp eyes behind designer glasses. She reviews everything carefully, takes notes, plays the video twice. Finally, she looks up. Anne, this is sophisticated identity theft and financial fraud. But I need to be honest with you. Proving it will take time. I do not have time. The business sale finalizes Monday morning. She shakes her head slowly. The forged signatures are excellent quality. Your husband had access to your real signature on thousands of documents over the years. A handwriting expert will need to examine them. That process takes weeks, sometimes months. So I am just supposed to let him steal my company. I am not saying that. I am saying we need to be strategic. Patricia leans forward. First, we file a police report. Today. Then we file an emergency injunction to stop the sale. But Anne, a judge will not grant an injunction over the weekend unless we have rock-solid proof. And right now, we have your word against his. What about the video? The audio of them planning this? It helps. But a good defense lawyer will argue the video was edited or taken out of context, and we need to establish chain of custody. Who sent this USB drive to your mother? How do we know it is authentic? My hope crumbles. Of course, it is not that simple. We go to the police station next. The detective who takes my report is a tired-looking man named Williams. He listens patiently, takes notes, watches part of the video. This is serious, Miss Richardson, he says. Financial crimes, potential identity theft, hidden surveillance without consent. We will definitely investigate. When I ask desperately, we need to assign the case, get a forensic team to analyze the documents, interview witnesses. These investigations typically take several weeks. I do not have several weeks. I have 2 days. Detective Williams looks sympathetic but firm. I understand your urgency, but we cannot just arrest someone because you bring us evidence. We need to verify everything, build a case. The system has processes for a reason. I walk out of the police station feeling hollow. Patricia files the emergency injunction paperwork but warns me not to get my hopes up. The judge will not review it until Monday morning, after the sale might have already gone through. What do I do now? I ask Taylor and Carol in the parking lot. We go to your office, Taylor says. We figure out how they are pulling this off from the inside. I drive to my company, Richardson Marketing Consultants. I started this business 7 years ago from nothing. Built it into a firm with 23 employees and annual revenue over $2 million. Jenna came on as partner 3 years ago when the business really started growing. My keycard does not work at the front door. I stare at the red light on the reader. Try again. Red light. They locked me out of my own company, I say in disbelief. Taylor calls Jenna, who comes down and opens the door, looking confused. Anne, what is going on? Why is your card deactivated? You tell me. This is my company. Marcus said you were taking a leave of absence for health reasons. He sent an email to HR yesterday saying to deactivate your access temporarily. Of course he did. I push past Jenna into the building. And stop dead. Stephanie is sitting at a desk in the main office area, working on a computer, In my company. What is she doing here, I demand. Jenna looks uncomfortable. Anne Stephanie has worked here for 6 months. You hired her as a project coordinator. The floor seems to tilt. I never hired her. You did. Last April. I have the paperwork. You interviewed her yourself. My mind races back. 6 months ago. April. I had been interviewing candidates for a new position. But I do not remember Stephanie. I do not remember hiring her at all. The drugs. Marcus must have drugged me during that time. Made me foggy and confused. Maybe I did interview her and do not remember. Or maybe they forged my signature on hiring paperwork too. Stephanie looks up and sees me. A slow smile spreads across her face. She stands and walks over her heels, clicking on the polished floor. Anne, you look terrible. Are you okay? Her voice drips with false concern, loud enough for other employees to hear. Then she leans close and whispers, so only I can hear, you should have been kinder to Marcus. Rage floods through me. You are fired. Get out. You cannot fire me. Stephanie's whisper is triumphant. I have a 3-year contract. You signed it. And it clearly states I can only be terminated with 6 months severance and documented cause. She produces a folder from her desk, hands it to Jenna, not me. Jenna flips through it and her face goes pale. Anne, that is your signature. The contract terms are very specific. I never signed that, I hiss. But I can see in Jenna's eyes that she is not sure she believes me. The signature looks real. How many times has Jenna seen me sign documents over the years? Hundreds? Thousands? I storm to my private office with Taylor and Carol following. I log into my computer, start checking files. My stomach drops. Financial records have been altered. Client contracts have unauthorized changes. Budget spreadsheets show expenses that never happened. Document dates have been modified. Stephanie has had 6 months of access to everything. She has been systematically sabotaging my business from the inside, planting evidence that makes it look like I have been mismanaging funds, making errors, acting unprofessionally. If I try to prove fraud now, it will look like I am the one who made these mistakes. My phone rings. A client. Stephen Marsh from Marsh Properties, one of our biggest accounts. Anne, I received an email from you this morning. Very unprofessional language. I am afraid we are going to have to terminate our contract. Mr. Marsh, I did not send any email. It came from your company email address. It was quite rude, actually. Accused me of being cheap and demanding. Used some very inappropriate words. Someone hacked my account. Anne, I have worked with you for 3 years. I have never seen you act like this. Are you feeling all right? Maybe you need some time off? He hangs up before I can explain further. 2 more clients call within the next hour. Same story. Offensive emails sent from my account. Contracts being canceled. I check my sent folder. The emails are there. Sent at 6 in the morning before I even woke up, but I did not send them. Stephanie walks past my office door, smiles at me, keeps walking. She has access to my email. She has been in the system for 6 months. She can send emails that look like they come from me. My business is collapsing in real time. Clients leaving, files corrupted, and I am locked in a battle I cannot win because every piece of evidence has been carefully manipulated. I sit in my car in the parking lot an hour later. Taylor sits beside me. Carol is in the back seat. We are all silent. I cannot access my bank accounts. Marcus filed a suspicious activity report claiming I have been acting erratically. The bank froze all our joint accounts pending investigation. I have $300 in cash in my purse. That is it. I cannot fire Stephanie because of a contract I supposedly signed. I cannot stop the business sale because the signatures look real. I cannot prove I was drugged because Marcus disposed of the smoothie cups, the coffee mugs, everything. I cannot even go home. My own home. Because Marcus is there, and I am afraid of what he might do. Everything I built over 7 years is being stolen, and I am powerless to stop it. My phone rings. Taylor's number, but she is sitting right next to me. Then I realize she is calling from her phone to mine to show me she has a different number calling her. She answers on speaker. This is Taylor. Taylor, it is Rachel. Rachel Morrison. We met at the birthday dinner last night. I am Marcus's coworker. Listen, I cannot talk long. I found something. Can you and Ann meet me tonight? 8 o'clock at the Riverside Diner. Taylor looks at me. I nod. We will be there, Taylor says. After the call ends, I allow myself the first tiny bit of hope. Someone wants to help us. Someone from inside Marcus's circle. Maybe I am not as powerless as I thought. The Riverside Diner is nearly empty at 8 on Saturday night. Taylor and I sit in a back booth. Carol stayed at her house, exhausted from the day's events. Rachel Morrison arrives exactly on time. She is a woman in her early 40s with short brown hair and a nervous energy. She keeps glancing at the door. I do not have long. If Marcus finds out I am talking to you, I will lose my job. She slides a manila folder across the table, but I could not just stand by. Inside the folder are printed emails, bank statements, photographs. Marcus and Stephanie have been planning this for 11 months, Rachel explains in a low voice. They met at a financial crime seminar last year. I know because I was there too. Marcus was supposedly attending to learn how to protect against fraud for his company, but I saw him and Stephanie talking for hours, exchanging numbers. It seemed off. Why are you telling us this, I ask. Because I started digging. I have a friend who is a private investigator. Used to date him. I called in a favor and had him look into Stephanie Chen. She pulls out more papers, a background check, multiple names, multiple social security numbers. Her real name is Amber Donovan. She has done this before, twice, 2 other women in other states. She targets successful businesswomen, gets close to their husbands. Together they execute financial fraud. My hands shake as I read. The first victim was in Ohio 4 years ago. Jennifer Hartley, a successful architect. She lost her business, her house, everything. Declared bankruptcy. The court records are all here. The second victim was in Colorado 2 years ago. Melissa Turner, owner of a software consulting company. She lost everything too. But there is a note on her file, committed to psychiatric facility in Denver. Still there. Melissa is in a mental hospital, Taylor asks. Rachel nods grimly. Amber and her partner at the time convinced doctors that Melissa was having delusions, paranoid, dangerous to herself. They had her committed. Then they took everything while she was locked up. I feel sick. That is what Marcus is planning to do to me. The restraining order paperwork, the claims that I am unstable. Walking out of the dinner made me look unbalanced. There is more, Rachel says. She looks even more uncomfortable now. Marcus has a gambling problem. A bad one. He owes $200,000 to some very dangerous people. I found payment receipts in his desk. He has been borrowing from loan sharks. Your assets are his way out. $200,000. I had no idea. How did I not know my husband was in that kind of debt? Because he drugged me, kept me confused and compliant, made me doubt my own perceptions. But here is the worst part, Rachel continues. She pulls out an insurance document. Marcus took out a life insurance policy on you 3 months ago. $5 million. The diner seems to go silent around me. Even the clatter of dishes from the kitchen fades away. He is going to kill me, I whisper. I do not know that for sure, Rachel says quickly. But combined with everything else, it is suspicious. Very suspicious. Taylor grabs my hand across the table. Her grip is tight and grounding. We need to tell the police about this, Taylor says. I already tried. Rachel admits. I called Detective Williams and told him about the life insurance and Marcus's debts. He said it is not illegal to have life insurance on your spouse. He said unless there is evidence of an actual threat, he cannot do anything. Of course, the system moves too slowly. By the time they investigate, I could be dead. We spend another hour going through everything Rachel brought. She gives us copies of everything on a thumb drive. Then she leaves quickly, glancing around nervously. Taylor and I sit in the booth after she is gone. Anne, you need to hire protection, private security. You cannot just walk around unguarded. With what money I have $300. Stay at my place tonight. We will figure this out tomorrow. But Sunday does not bring clarity, it brings more chaos. I wake up on Taylor's couch to my phone ringing. It is Patricia, my lawyer. Anne Marcus filed emergency psychiatric commitment papers against you. There is a hearing Monday morning at 9, same time as the business sale. I sit up so fast I get dizzy. What? He claims you threatened him at the birthday dinner, that you have been increasingly unstable. He has witnessed statements from multiple people at the party, all saying you were acting erratically. I walked out. That is all I did. He is claiming it is part of a pattern. Combined with the angry emails to clients, the financial mismanagement at your company, everything, he is painting a picture of someone having a mental breakdown. This is insane. If the judge signs the commitment order, you will be taken directly to a psychiatric facility for evaluation. Minimum 72-hour hold. By the time you get out, the business sale will be complete. All your accounts will be under Marcus's control as your spouse and power of attorney. He does not have power of attorney over me. Patricia is silent for a long moment. Anne, I need you to check something. Do you remember signing any medical or financial power of attorney documents in the past year? My blood runs cold. The drugs. The months of being foggy and confused. What did I sign without knowing it? I will look for copies, I say weakly. After we hang up, I sit on Taylor's couch staring at the wall. Less than 24 hours until the hearing. Less than 24 hours until Marcus gets everything. My phone rings again. Unknown number. Hello? Anne, this is Jenna. Not Jenna, your business partner. Jenna Hart, Marcus's cousin. We met briefly at the birthday party. I vaguely remember a woman who watched everything with sad eyes. She hugged Marcus hello, but seemed uncomfortable the entire evening. What can I do for you? I asked cautiously. I need to talk to you in person, about Marcus, about what he has done before. Before. Can you meet me in an hour? The coffee shop on Elm Street. Something in her voice makes me agree. Taylor drives me to the coffee shop. Jenna Hart is already there, sitting at a corner table. She is in her mid-30s with auburn hair and a tired face. Thank you for meeting me, she says as I sit down. I should have come forward sooner, but I was scared. Marcus can be very vindictive. What do you need to tell me? Jenna takes a shaky breath. Marcus was married before you. Her name was Emily. She was my best friend. Everything stops. Marcus said he was never married before me. He lies about it. Emily died 3 years ago. Car accident. Drove off a cliff on a rainy night. Jenna's eyes fill with tears. He got the life insurance payout. $3 million. My stomach lurches. I might be sick right here in this coffee shop. I never believed it was an accident, Jenna continues. Emily was the most careful driver I knew. She would never have driven that fast in the rain on that road. But the police ruled it accidental. Marcus said she had been depressed drinking. He had a witness who said Emily was unstable. Let me guess, I say. My voice sounds hollow. The witness was a woman Marcus was involved with. Jenna nods. Her name was Rachel then, but I saw her at your birthday dinner. She dyed her hair and changed her name, but it was her. Stephanie. She was there when Emily died too. The pieces click into place with sickening clarity. This is not Marcus's first time. Emily was the practice run, and Emily is dead. Why are you telling me this now? I ask. Because I have been watching Marcus with you, and with Stephanie. It is the exact same pattern. The way he isolated Emily, the way he made everyone think she was falling apart, then the life insurance. Then the accident. Jenna reaches across the table and grips my hand. Anne, you are in danger, real danger. And I could not stay silent this time and watch another woman die. Sunday afternoon, I sit in Taylor's apartment with a new and terrifying understanding. Marcus has killed before, successfully, and he is planning to kill me. Jenna Hart stayed at the coffee shop with us for 2 hours. She gave me everything. She had Emily's death certificate, newspaper articles about the accident, the life insurance payout records, photographs of Emily with the woman now calling herself Stephanie. Emily's family hired a private investigator after she died. Jenna explains. They found evidence Emily was being drugged, found evidence of an affair, but it was not enough to reopen the case. Marcus's story was airtight. Depressed wife, rainy night, tragic accident. What about the woman Stephanie or Rachel or whatever her name was? She disappeared right after Emily's death, moved out of state. The investigator lost track of her. After Jenna leaves, Taylor, Carol, and I sit in grim silence. We have to go to the police with this, Carol insists. And tell them what I ask bitterly. That Marcus's first wife died and it might not have been an accident. They will say it was investigated 3 years ago. Case closed. Then what do we do? Taylor demands. Wait for Marcus to kill you too. An idea is forming in my mind. Risky. Possibly illegal, but I am out of options. We make Marcus confess, I say slowly. We record him admitting what he is planning. How? Taylor asks. I think about the hidden cameras Marcus installed in our house. The ones Carol's mystery helper revealed on the USB drive. Jenna, the tech consultant, not Marcus's cousin. My business partner, Jenna, is a technology expert. What if she can hack into those cameras, turn them against Marcus? Taylor's eyes widen. You want to spy on Marcus, the way he spied on you? I want to catch him admitting to murder conspiracy. Carol looks worried. Anne, honey, if you get caught breaking into your own house, then I get caught. But if I do nothing, I will be either dead or locked in a psychiatric hospital by Tuesday. I have to try. I call Jenna, my business partner. Explain what I need without telling her the full dangerous scope. I can definitely access those camera feeds, Jenna says. But you need to give me physical access to at least one camera to reroute the signal. Can you get into your house? Marcus has a golf game Sunday afternoons. He never misses it. Then we go today. Now. Jenna arrives at Taylor's apartment with a bag of equipment. The 3 of us drive to my house. My house, where I have lived for 5 years, where I should feel safe. Now I am sneaking into it like a criminal. Marcus's car is gone. Golf game. I use my key to open the front door. My hands shake so badly I can barely turn the lock. We need to be fast, Jenna whispers. She starts scanning for the cameras with a special detector. She finds them one by one. Living room, kitchen, bedroom, home office. 7 cameras total. Jenna works on the one in the living room, pulling it carefully from its hidden position behind a bookshelf. She connects it to her laptop. Types rapidly. Okay, I am rerouting the feed. Marcus's monitoring system will still show normal footage, but we will get a copy sent to a secure cloud. He will not know we are watching too. She finishes with minutes to spare. We carefully position everything back exactly as it was. Then we hear it. The garage door opening. We freeze. Marcus is home early. Garage, Taylor hisses. We run quietly through the kitchen into the garage. Hide behind Taylor's car that she parked in the driveway, which we moved into the garage to hide our presence. I press myself against the wall behind a tool cabinet. Taylor and Jenna do the same. My heart pounds so hard I am certain Marcus will hear it. The door from the garage to the house opens. Marcus walks in. He is not alone. I do not understand why we need to meet here, a male voice says. Unfamiliar, deep and rough. Because I do not want any record of this conversation, Marcus replies. No phone calls, no texts, face-to-face only. They walk into the kitchen. We can hear them clearly through the open garage door. So let me understand, the unfamiliar man says. You want us to make your wife disappear. After the hearing tomorrow and the business sale. My blood turns to ice. Exactly, Marcus confirms. She will be committed tomorrow morning. 72-hour hold minimum. That gives us time to transfer all assets to me. Then Tuesday or Wednesday we solve the problem permanently. And you want it to look like what? Second male voice. Also unfamiliar. Also dangerous sounding. Suicide, Marcus says calmly. Like he is ordering coffee. She is mentally unstable. There is documentation. A note explaining she could not handle life anymore. Very tragic. That costs extra, making it look natural. I know. $1 million. You will get it Wednesday from the life insurance payout? $5 million total. You get one. Stephanie and I split the rest. Stephanie. She is in on the murder plan too. Where's the girlfriend now? The first man asks. Apartment across town. But she will be here Wednesday to help stage everything. She knows how Anne would write. We have samples of her handwriting. The second man speaks again. You are sure about this? Once we do this, there is no going back. Marcus laughs. Actually laughs? I am sure. I did this before. 3 years ago. Different state, different woman. Worked perfectly then. Will work perfectly now. Emily. He just admitted to killing Emily. One of the men starts walking toward the garage. He is going to smoke. I can smell cigarette smoke. We press ourselves tighter against the wall, hidden behind the tool cabinet and some storage boxes. The man is 3 feet away from us. He lights his cigarette, stands there smoking. My phone is in my pocket, on vibrate. Please do not ring. Please do not ring. It starts buzzing. The man hears it. What was that? He takes a step toward us, peers around the tool cabinet. Just then Marcus calls from inside. Let's go. I do not want to stay here long. Anne could come back. The man drops his cigarette, steps on it, walks back inside. We wait 5 agonizing minutes after we hear Marcus's car pull out of the garage. Then we run. In Taylor's car, hands shaking, I check my phone. The call was from Patricia, my lawyer. I call her back. Anne, where are you? Why? What happened? I have been disbarred. Suspended, actually. Someone filed a complaint with the Bar Association claiming I helped you forge documents. It is completely false, but they suspended me pending investigation. I cannot represent you at tomorrow's hearing. Who filed the complaint? A lawyer named Stephen Rothman. He says he represents Stephanie Chen in a matter against you. Stephanie has her own lawyer. Of course she does. This is so much bigger and more organized than I realized. Patricia, I have a recording. Marcus just admitted to planning my murder. I play the audio from my phone. I had started a voice recording app the moment we heard Marcus come home early. Patricia listens in silence. When it ends, she says, "This is evidence of conspiracy to commit murder. You need to take this to the police right now." We drive straight to the police station. Detective Williams listens to the recording twice. "This is very serious, Miss Richardson. We will bring them in for questioning." When I ask desperately, "We need to verify this recording is authentic. Get voice analysis done. Obtain warrants. This will take a few days." "I will be dead in a few days. The commitment hearing is tomorrow morning." "I understand your fear, but we have procedures. We cannot just arrest someone based on an audio recording. We need more evidence. I want to scream. Instead, I say very carefully, Detective Williams, that recording has Marcus admitting he killed his first wife, Emily, 3 years ago. Can you at least look into that case? His eyes sharpen. Emily Richardson. That was ruled an accident. Marcus says on that tape he did it before, and it worked perfectly. That is a confession to Emily's murder. Williams nods slowly. I will contact the investigating officers from that case. But Miss Richardson, this will still take time. Time I do not have. We leave the police station as the sun sets Sunday evening. Tomorrow morning is the hearing, 9 o'clock. In less than 12 hours, a judge will decide if I should be committed to a psychiatric facility. What do we do now? Carol asks. My phone rings. Stephen Rothman, Stephanie's lawyer. Why is he calling me? I answer. This is Anne. Miss Richardson, my name is Stephen Rothman. I know it is late on a Sunday evening, but I need you to know something. My client has information on 12 other cases. Women your husband and his partner have targeted. She is willing to testify against Marcus in exchange for a plea deal. 12, I breathe. 12 women across 8 years. Some dead, some in psychiatric facilities, some bankrupted. My client kept detailed records. She wants immunity in exchange for cooperation. Why are you telling me this? Because Stephanie is scared. She just found out Marcus hired those men to kill you. She thought this was just financial fraud. She did not sign up for murder. She wants out. Stephanie is turning on Marcus. This could be my chance. What do you need from me, I ask. Nothing yet. Just know that we will be cooperating with authorities. And Miss Richardson, be very careful tomorrow. Marcus is cornered. Cornered animals are dangerous. After I hang up, I tell the others what Rothman said. 12 women, Taylor whispers. This is a serial crime operation. We need more evidence, I say. My mind is racing now. We have the recording of Marcus admitting the murder plan, but we need him to confess on camera. Clear video with his face visible. How Jenna asks. I go back to the house tonight. I confront him, while the cameras are recording everything. Anne, that is insane, Carol says. He could kill you right there. Not if you all are monitoring the feed. Not if police are ready to come in. I need Marcus to confess everything on camera. His face, his voice. No question it is him. Then we have proof. It is a terrible plan. Risky and dangerous. But I am out of options and out of time. I will call Detective Williams, Taylor says. Tell him to have officers nearby, ready to intervene if things go wrong. We set up the plan for 10 o'clock Sunday night. Jenna confirms the cameras are recording to our secure cloud. Taylor coordinates with Detective Williams. Carol is on standby to call emergency services if needed. And I drive to my house to face my husband, who is planning to murder me. Marcus is home. His car sits in the driveway. Lights are on in the living room. I sit in my car for a moment, hands gripping the steering wheel. What I am about to do could get me killed. But doing nothing will definitely get me killed. I text Taylor. I am going in. Her response is immediate. We are watching the feed. Police are 2 blocks away. Be safe. I walk up to my own front door and use my key. The door is unlocked anyway. Marcus is on the couch with a glass of whiskey. He looks surprised to see me. Then his expression shifts to something calculating. Anne, I have been trying to reach you. Have you? I walk into the living room. Stay calm. Keep him talking. The cameras are recording everything. The birthday dinner was just a joke. You overreacted. Did I? He stands up, tries his charming smile. Babe, come on. Everyone thought it was funny. You need to lighten up. Is that why you filed papers to have me committed? Because I need to lighten up? His smile falters slightly. You have been acting strange lately. I am worried about you. How thoughtful. How long have you been planning to kill me, Marcus? The charm drops completely. His face goes cold, hard. This is the real Marcus, the one I never saw before. What are you talking about? I heard you today, in the garage, talking to those men about making me disappear, about staging my suicide. He is silent for a long moment, calculating. Then he laughs. You cannot prove anything, Anne. It is your word against mine, and everyone already thinks you are unstable. The clients you sent nasty emails to, the business partners you confused with your erratic behavior, the birthday dinner where you stormed out. Stephanie is turning on you, I say. Her lawyer called me. She is cooperating with police. Something flickers in his eyes, fear. But then he recovers. Stephanie loves me. She would never. She did not know you were planning actual murder. She thought it was just fraud. But now she knows. And she is saving herself. Marcus's hands clench into fists. You always were too smart for your own good. That is why we had to drug you, keep you foggy, make you doubt yourself. He just admitted it, on camera. I push. You and Stephanie. Of course, Stephanie. You think I could pull this off alone. She is brilliant, truly brilliant. The way she infiltrated your company, the way she sabotaged you from the inside. You never saw it coming. Keep him talking, get everything on record. You did this before, I say. With Emily. His eyes narrow. You have been digging. Who told you about Emily? Does it matter? You killed your first wife. Got away with it. Thought you could do it again. I did get away with it. And I will get away with this too. He takes a step toward me. You will not make it to that hearing tomorrow, Anne. There is going to be a tragic accident tonight. Distraught wife, could not handle the stress, took too many pills. So sad. You think you can force pills down my throat. I do not have to. You have been taking them for months without knowing. He gestures to the whiskey glass on the coffee table. I was actually going to offer you a drink. For old time's sake. But now that you know everything, I suppose we do this the hard way. He moves fast, grabs me by the arms. His fingers dig painfully into my biceps. Marcus, let go. You should have just played along, Anne. Should have let me take everything quietly. Should have gone to that psychiatric facility like a good girl. But you had to fight. You always have to fight. I struggle against his grip. He is stronger than me. He starts dragging me toward the kitchen. Stephanie appears in the doorway. I did not know she was here. She has a wine bottle in her hand, not to drink, to use as a weapon. She knows everything Marcus tells her. Stephanie looks at me with cold eyes. No more fake friendliness. Then we do it now. Stage it tonight. The police know, I gasp out. They are listening. Marcus laughs. Nice try. But the police do not work on Sunday nights for domestic disputes. He is wrong. The cameras are recording. Taylor and Jenna are watching. Police are 2 blocks away. But where are they? How long until they come? Taylor suddenly bursts through the front door that I left unlocked. She has her phone out recording everything. Let her go, Taylor shouts. Marcus spins toward her, still gripping my arm. Stephanie swings the wine bottle at Taylor. It connects with the side of her head with a sickening thud. Taylor crumbles. No, I scream. I fight harder. Kick Marcus in the shin. He grunts but does not let go. His hand moves to my throat. You are going to die tonight, Anne, he hisses in my face. And everyone will believe you killed yourself, just like they believed Emily drove off that cliff. His hand tightens on my throat. I cannot breathe. Black spots dance in my vision. Then the front door crashes open. Police let her go. Detective Williams and 3 uniformed officers pour into the house, guns drawn. Marcus's hand releases my throat. I collapse to my knees, gasping. Marcus Richardson, you are under arrest for attempted murder conspiracy to commit murder and assault. Williams pulls Marcus's hands behind his back. Handcuffs click. Another officer cuffs Stephanie. She is crying now. The cold mask cracked. I did not want anyone to die, she sobs. He said it was just money, just taking what he deserved. I did not know he would kill them. Save it for your lawyer, the officer says. Paramedics arrive. They check Taylor, who is conscious but bleeding from a head wound. They check my throat, already bruising from Marcus's hand. Take statements, photograph injuries. Detective Williams sits with me on the front steps while chaos swirls around us. We watched the whole thing on the camera feed, he explains. We were waiting to come in when we had enough on tape for charges, but when he put his hands on your throat, we could not wait anymore. Thank you, I whisper. My voice is raspy and painful. We found evidence in his car. Pills, syringes, fake suicide note in your handwriting. He was ready to do this tonight. I shudder. And we contacted Colorado police about Emily Richardson. They are reopening that case based on his admission tonight. He will face murder charges for her death, too. Marcus is loaded into a police car. He stares at me through the window. No emotion. Just cold calculation even now. Stephanie is in a different police car, still crying, saying she wants to make a deal. Later at the hospital, Taylor gets stitches. I get treated for the bruising on my throat and arms. Carol meets us there, crying and hugging me so tight I can barely breathe. My phone rings. Stephen Rothman, Stephanie's lawyer. Miss Richardson. I heard what happened tonight. My client is prepared to provide testimony on 12 additional cases. Women victimized by Marcus over the past 8 years. Some murders. Some in psychiatric facilities. Some bankrupted. She has documentation of everything. 12 women, I repeat numbly. 13, including you. You are the only one who fought back successfully. The only one who survived and stopped him. After we hang up, I sit in the hospital waiting room. Taylor with a bandage on her head. Carol holding my hand. Jenna sitting nearby looking shaken. Monday morning arrives. The commitment hearing is canceled. The business sale is frozen with an emergency court order. My bank accounts are unfrozen. But I am exhausted, traumatized, in shock. Everything I built is damaged. My company is in chaos. My clients need reassurance. My employees need leadership. My life needs rebuilding. Marcus and Stephanie are both held without bail, charged with conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder, assault, fraud, identity theft. The list goes on. The district attorney tells me Marcus is facing decades in prison, possibly life if they convict him for Emily's murder. Stephanie takes her plea deal, agrees to testify against Marcus in exchange for a reduced sentence. She provides evidence of 12 other victims across 8 states. The scope of it is staggering. A multi-state crime ring that targeted successful women for 8 years. And I am the one who stopped it. But right now I do not feel victorious. I feel broken. 3 months later, I stand in the same steakhouse where this nightmare began. The manager gave me a significant discount when I explained what the private dining room meant to me, claimed it back, made new memories. Tonight, 23 women fill the room. Women from across the country. Women who were Marcus and Stephanie's victims. Women who lost everything, or nearly lost everything. We found each other through the legal proceedings, formed a support group, helped each other rebuild. Claire is here. She spent 2 years in a psychiatric facility in Denver, wrongly committed by Marcus's operation before he met me. She is finally free now, thanks to the evidence from my case. She hugs me every time she sees me, says I saved her life. Jennifer from Ohio is here. Lost her architecture firm 6 years ago. She is rebuilding now. Small projects, baby steps. Lisa from Texas. Melissa from Washington. Patricia from Florida. Women whose names I now know. Whose stories break my heart. And 3 empty chairs. 3 women who did not survive. Emily, Catherine, Danielle. We light candles for them. The legal resolution came faster than expected. Marcus and Stephanie both went to trial. The evidence was overwhelming. The recordings, the testimonies, the documentation Stephanie provided. Marcus was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder for Emily and Catherine. Conspiracy to commit murder for the plot against me. Fraud, identity theft, assault. The judge gave him life in prison without possibility of parole, plus an additional 30 years on the other charges. In the courtroom, Marcus tried to speak to me during his sentencing. I did not look at him. That was my final victory. He became irrelevant. Stephanie got 35 years. Her cooperation helped, but not enough. She knew about the murders. She participated in destroying over a dozen lives. The judge showed no mercy. My business took 2 months to stabilize. Jenna, my business partner, was incredible through everything. We fired all connections to Stephanie's sabotage. Personally called every client. Explained what happened. Most came back. Some did not. We survived. Actually, we thrived. The publicity from the case brought new clients. People who respected how I fought back. The company grew by 40%. I restructured everything with better safeguards. No one person has too much access now. Multiple approval processes. Regular audits. My finances recovered fully. The court awarded me all of Marcus's assets as restitution. Turns out he had hidden money I never knew about, probably stolen from previous victims. I used some of it to help the other survivors rebuild. Therapy helped. I go twice a week. Process the trauma. Learn to trust again. Slowly. Taylor recovered from her head injury. We are closer than ever. She jokes that we are bonded by battle scars now. Carol is so proud of me. We have dinner every Sunday. She keeps newspaper clippings about the case in a scrapbook. Says she wants to remember her daughter's strength. The divorce finalized quickly since Marcus is incarcerated. I got everything, including the house. I completely renovated it. New paint, new furniture, ripped out every piece that connected to him. Made it mine again. Emily's family reached out to me. They thanked me through tears for finally getting justice for their daughter. They started the Emily Richardson Foundation to help victims of coercive control and financial abuse. They asked me to join the board. I accepted. Now, 6 months after that terrible birthday dinner, I am not just surviving. I am living, fully, on my own terms. I even started dating again, casually, slowly. A kind man named Paul who owns a bookstore. He knows my story, respects my boundaries. We will see where it goes. The women around me tonight are laughing, sharing stories. Not just trauma stories anymore. Stories of triumph, of rebuilding, of finding strength they did not know they had. I stand up, tap my glass with a fork. The room quiets. 6 months ago, I sat in this exact room I begin. My voice is steady now. Strong. I paid $8,000 for a birthday dinner, for a man who saw me as nothing more than a bank account to drain. A life insurance policy to cash in. Some women nod. They understand. That night he toasted another woman, called her his rock, his support. Then he handed me a gift bag with a t-shirt that said divorced and free. Everyone laughed. She kissed his cheek. And I sat there with my face burning, knowing I had paid for my own humiliation. But that shirt was the only honest thing Marcus ever gave me. Because I am divorced now, and I am free. The room erupts in applause. I continue when they quiet, free from a man who wanted to erase me, free from living a lie, free from being small and scared and silent. Every woman in this room knows what it feels like to be targeted by someone you trusted, to be manipulated, to be nearly destroyed. But look around. We are all still here. I gesture to the women around the tables. Strong faces. Survivor faces. We survived. We fought back. We won. They tried to make us disappear, but instead we became visible. We became powerful. We became each other's warriors. Claire raises her glass. Then Jennifer. Then all 23 women. So here is to being divorced and free, I say, voice thick with emotion. Here is to being alive. Here is to rebuilding from ashes. Here is to every woman who refused to disappear. To us, someone calls out. To us, we all echo. Tears and laughter fill the room. The good kind. The healing kind. Later that night, I drive home to my renovated house. I think about the journey, the darkness I walked through, the moment I almost did not survive. But I did survive. And now I help others survive too. My phone rings as I pull into my driveway. Unknown number. Hello. Is this Ann Richardson? A young woman's voice, scared. Yes. My name is Jessica. I found your name through the foundation. I think my husband is doing what your husband did. I think I am in danger. Can you help me? I take a deep breath. Tell me everything. I am listening, and I am going to help you fight back. This is my purpose now, turning my trauma into a mission, my pain into power, my betrayal into a way to save others. Marcus thought destroying me would make him rich. Instead, it made me unstoppable. They tried to bury me. They did not know I was a seed, and now I am growing, spreading roots, helping other seeds grow too. The most important lesson I learned is this. Abuse does not always look violent at first. It can be subtle. Manipulation disguised as love, control disguised as care, gaslighting disguised as concern. By the time you realize what is happening, you are already trapped. But leaving is not weakness. Leaving is the bravest thing you can do. Fighting back is not revenge. Fighting back is reclaiming yourself. Other women are not your competition. They are your greatest allies. Your sisters in survival. And you can lose everything and still not lose yourself. Your strength is not in what you own, it is in who you are. I sit on my porch with coffee as the sun rises. A new day, a new beginning. Every day now is a gift, a choice, a chance to be fully myself. My phone shows a text from the support group. Plans for next month's meeting. A new member joining us. Another survivor who needs our help. I reply with a heart emoji. Then, I set down my phone and watch the sunrise. Pink and orange and gold stretching across the sky. Beautiful, hopeful, free. I learned something else too. Sometimes the worst thing that happens to you becomes the thing that shapes you into who you were always meant to be. Strong, fierce, unbreakable. Marcus wanted to destroy me. Instead, he freed me from living a lie, freed me to become powerful, freed me to help others. That is the ultimate irony. His cruelty created something he never intended: a woman who refuses to be silent, who fights for others, who turns pain into purpose. I take the last sip of my coffee and smile. They tried to bury me. I am blooming instead. Now I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like someone was trying to control your reality? Make you doubt yourself? If you have experienced gaslighting or manipulation, you are not alone. Share your story in the comments below. Your words might help someone else realize they are not crazy. They are not overreacting. They are surviving. And if this story resonated with you, please hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel for more stories of survival and strength. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who needs to know that fighting back is possible. That rebuilding is possible. That freedom is possible. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for believing that women can survive anything when we stand together. Remember, you are stronger than you know, braver than you believe, and worthy of a life free from fear. Stay strong, stay safe, and never let anyone make you smaller than you are. Until next time.